जो दूसरा पक्ष है जो जिसने पैर बुलवाने वाली कार्रवाई करवाई थी उसको हमने एफआईआर कर ली।
मंदिर के अंदर हुआ 196(2) लगाया आपने। Whoever commits an offense specified in subsection 1 in any place of worship, वो जो कृत्य हुआ था वो मंदिर के अंदर हुआ था।
सर कुछ पे 2 नहीं लगाया सर।
किस लिए नहीं लगाया आपने? आपको पता था कि ये मंदिर में हुआ है और इसके बाद इतनी मेहरबानी क्यों इनके ऊपर? 96(2) और उसके बाद एनएसए के अंतर्गत आपने एक्शन लिया?
सर अभी एक्शन नहीं लिया है सर, बट हम लोग प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं सर।
किसके इंतजार में प्रिपरेशन? इसमें प्रिपरेशन की क्या बात है? कनेक्ट करिए एसपी को। एसपी दम। Yes, is that the superintendent of police from Damo?
Yes sir, sir जय सर।
What's your good name?
सर श्रुतकीर्ति सोमवंशी सर।
What's your good name?
श्रुतकीर्ति सोमवंशी सर।
हाँ?
Shrutkirti
सोमवंशी। कीर्ति सोमवंशी। Grand Sataria incident about 3 or 4 days back. What action have you taken till now?
सर उसमें जो दूसरा पक्ष है जो जिसने पैर बुलवाने वाली कार्रवाई करवाई थी उसको हमने एफआईआर कर ली है और उसमें
फोन पे
5 लोगों की अरेस्ट भी कर ली है सर।
You're not audible. Call him over the phone.
जी।
Can you hear us?
जी सर लाउड एंड क्लियर।
Yeah. Now what action have you taken?
एफआईआर हो गई है
फिर
और सर 5 लोगों का अरेस्ट भी हो गया सर।
कौन कौन अरेस्ट हुए?
सर इसमें जो मुख्य आरोपी है अंजू पांडे और उसके अलावा 4 लोग और हुए। सर मैं एक मिनट आपको नाम बता रहा हूँ।
कब अरेस्ट हुए ये?
सर कल ही हुआ है सर।
और
मुख्य आरोपी है सर वो 2 दिन पहले परसों हो गया था और बाकी लोग सर कल हुए हैं।
धाराएं क्या क्या लगाए आपने?
सर तो सुन नहीं पाया सर।
धाराएं क्या क्या लगाए आपने?
सर धाराएं जो है वो भारतीय न्याय संहिता की 296
296 196
सर 296 भी लगाई है, 191 भी लगाई है।
एक मिनट। जी
सर
utters any obscene song and which may extend to 3 months, 3 महीने के लिए, वो तो बेलेबल होगा तो उसमें तो अरेस्ट होगा ना। 196 में कौन सा किया आपने?
सर 196 1B सर।
वो 3 साल का है क्योंकि ये मंदिर के अंदर हुआ है। 196(2) लगाया आपने। Whoever commits an offense specified in subsection 1 in any place of worship, वो जो कृत्य हुआ था वो मंदिर के अंदर हुआ था। 196(2) लगाया आपने?
सर कुछ पे 2 नहीं लगाया सर।
किस लिए नहीं लगाया आपने? आपको पता था कि ये मंदिर में हुआ है और इसके बाद इतनी मेहरबानी क्यों इनके ऊपर?
नहीं सर कोई मेहरबानी नहीं है सर, मैं इसको भी ऐड कर लेता हूं सर इसमें।
196(2) और उसके बाद एनएसए के अंतर्गत आपने एक्शन लिया?
सर अभी एक्शन नहीं लिया है सर, बट हम लोग प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं सर।
किसके इंतजार में प्रिपरेशन? इसमें प्रिपरेशन की क्या बात है? आपके नाक के नीचे हुआ ये। कितना दिन लगता है एनएसए में आपको रिक्विजिशन प्रिपेयर करके कलेक्टर के पास भेजने के लिए?
सर हम आज ही कर लेंगे सर इसको।
कल सुबह तक आई नीड दैट एनएसए ऑर्डर एंड दीस पीपल शुड बी चार्ज्ड एंड टेकन इनटू कस्टडी अंडर द एनएसए आल्सो।
श्योर सर, बिल्कुल सर।
इसमें लिखो द कोर्ट ऑन इट्स ओन मोशन। इसमें रेस्पोंडेंट्स को बनाइए। डीजीपी एमपी, होम सेक्रेटरी एमपी, कलेक्टर दमो, एसपी दमो। आज जो है डीजीपी और होम सेक्रेटरी के खिलाफ हम कुछ नहीं कह रहे हैं। कल तक हमारा जो हम आदेश आज जो पारित कर रहे हैं उसको आप कंप्लाई करेंगे तो वी विल नॉट इशू नोटिस टू देम आल्सो। We will restrict it only to the SP Damo and the Collector Damo. Am I understood?
श्योर सर, बिल्कुल सर, आपका पॉइंट क्लियर है सर, मैं आज ही करवा लूंगा सर।
जी, इसमें लिखिए, court on its own motion. The incident relates to an obnoxious and unbelievable act against a member of the OBC community by members of the general community, which has taken place at Gram Sataria somewhere around the 10th or 11th of October, 2025. Full stop. The genesis of this case is as follows. One Anuj Pandey is said to have turned up drunk and is alleged to have sold liquor in the village, which where the panchayat itself had imposed self-prohibition. From the newspaper reports and the reports available on Satya Hindi, MP, Punjab Kesari, and London Top, it appears that Anuj Pandey was also forced to pay a fine by the panchayat. Full stop. The victim in this case is alleged to have used artificial intelligence and created a meme showing Anuj Pandey with a garland of footwear on his neck, around his neck. Full stop. Upon objections by members of the general community, the victim is stated to have deleted the meme. However, things did not stop there. There was a panchayat gathering which decided on its own that the victim must atone for his sins. For that, he was called to the temple of the village and compelled to wash the feet of Anuj Pandey and consume that water. Full stop. During that time, he was surrounded by members, he was surrounded by other persons. He was surrounded by other persons. Full stop. One of them was heard telling the victim that he must invocate and state that he shall serve the upper caste community. Full stop. These news channels also showed, news channels, YouTube channels, these YouTube channels also showed later that the victim himself has given a video where he says he is forgiven. Where he says that certain interested parties are trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, and that the person whose feet he washed, is his guru from a long time. Full stop. That part of the video clearly reflects from the eye movements of the victim itself that he was reading out something placed in front of him. Prima facie kar dena. Reflects prima facie. Full stop. In these couple of days, the police at Damo has registered an FIR against the accused persons under section 296 within bracket. This court is unable to comprehend as to how section 296 will be applicable. And 196 subsection 1, clause B, for which the maximum punishment is 3 years. Full stop. However, this court is of the opinion, as the entire incident took place in the premises of the temple, section 196(2) would also apply. Full stop. The SP, the worthy SP, Superintendent of Police, Damo, has been kind enough to join the proceedings through video conferencing. Full stop. He has assured the court that as the incident has taken place within the temple, the enhanced section under section 196(2) would also find its place in the FIR. Full stop. Next paragraph. As 351(3). Full stop. As the environment within the temple clearly showed that though there were no threats meted out to the victim, the environment was such that he was surrounded by several people that he had no option but to stay and do as he was directed by the mob. By necessary implication, comma, the police is also directed to add section 351 of the BNS to the FIR. Full stop. Next paragraph. The repeated instances of caste-related violence and discriminative actions in the state of Madhya Pradesh is shocking. This is the same state where a person from the general category urinated on the head of a tribal person, and to placate whom the then chief minister washed the feet of the victim, which video is also available in the public domain. Full stop. The combination, the caste identities are on the rise. Every community flagrantly, shamelessly flaunts its caste identity to the detriment of the entire Hindu society. Full stop. Each caste has become vociferous and ultra conscious of its caste identity, and leaves no measure unturned to demonstrate his pride in that caste identity. Full stop. This is giving rise to several instances of caste violence. Full stop. The victim in most cases are the least literate and most impoverished economically. Full stop. The incident of the shoe being thrown at the Chief Justice, comma, the suicide committed by a senior additional Director General of Police in Haryana, comma, are instances of such caste-related issues gaining prominence in this country. Full stop. In fact, if one opens social media and reads the newspaper, the Hindu is conspicuous by his absence. You have instead Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, each asserting their independent identity. At this rate, if things are unchecked, within a century and a half, the people who call themselves as Hindus will cease to exist, fighting amongst themselves. Full stop. Next paragraph. This court would not usually have directed the police to proceed against these accused persons under the National Security Act, as that's a matter of executive discretion. Full stop. However, the delay in acting in that direction and also the resentment that is being caused within the people of the community from which the victim comes, comma, if action is not taken urgently and immediately, comma, situations may lead to violence where police action thereafter would become ineffective. Thus, this court feels that before this evil symphony of caste identity and discrimination reaches its crescendo, the police and the administration of Damoh is directed to forthwith proceed under the NSA against all those persons who are visible in the video, whose identity can be affixed, who were there in the temple surrounding the victim and compelling him to do this obnoxious act. Full stop. List this matter, Kalka date, top of the list for compliance. SP Saab, can you hear me? Has he disconnected? Let this be complied with. Tomorrow I'm keeping it on the top of the list. If it is not complied with by tomorrow morning, I will issue notice to your Director General and the Home Secretary. Am I understood?
Sure, sir. मैं कर लूँगा, sir. मैं करता हूँ, sir.
Yeah, tell your collector also that the order should be out and take them into custody under the NSA. Enough of this nonsense.
ठीक है, sir.